Welcome to this short video showing you how to book and cancel appointments remotely within EMIS. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to try and book an appointment remotely. So the Miami clinics are perfect for patients with simple, straightforward problems, and you need to find slots to put them into. So the first thing to do is to find an appointment slot, and we're looking for a cross-organisational slot, and the organisation that runs the Miami clinics is called Innovations in Primary Care. Once we do that, we're invited to search for an appointment for the patient. If the patient was already registered with Miami, then this box would be pre-filled with the patient details, as we'll see in a moment. However, MicroMouse isn't registered with Miami, and this is going to be a common situation, particularly when you start off, because most of your practice's patients won't have been seen by the Miami clinic before. So on the Miami EMIS system, we won't have their details. So you need to find a slot for them. First thing we do is just double check that the patient isn't known to the Miami system. And we can see that no patients are found. So we need to book them as an unregistered patient. Once we do that, you can see that it marks unregistered patient in the top here and invites us to pick an appointment slot. So you can either book free slots, so those are slots that are available for any surgery to book. Be careful to make sure that you make a note of the location of the appointments, because some appointment locations may not be convenient for your patient. Alternatively, you can book under your own practice. So I'm booking this from Selden Surgery. And if we look at Selden, we can see that now tomorrow, 3 appointments available allocated for Selden. So I'm going to pick one of those, double click on it or select it and click on the book appointment button. It doesn't really matter which you do. And now you need to put in information about the patient. This will be read by the receptionist at the other end, who will go through the registration process. So it's really important that you put down the patient's name and date of birth correctly. You can't put any digits into the patient name section, so you need to put the date of birth in the reason. It's important to make sure that the appointment meets the Miami criteria for the type of slot that you're booking. If you're unsure of the criteria, just check the Miami documentation. The appointment is now booked and we get a confirmation message. It's important that you make sure the patient is aware of the location and knows where they're going and confirm the appointment time. Once you've done that, the appointment is booked. So that was for an unregistered patient. Now we're going to look at booking an appointment for a registered patient. This is a little bit quicker and simpler. So again, you're looking to find a cross-organisational slot. We need to identify the organisation we want to work with, which will be Innovations in Primary Care. And then we need to search for them. And you can see that Minnie Mouse is already registered. So we can do that, and we can see that now that she's been registered, her name is appearing here. Quite often EMIS, when the connection is very clear, will automatically fill this for you, and you won't need to use the search button as long as you have the patient's records loaded up in the Précis bar. However, this patient is a dummy patient and not everything works quite as smoothly as it does in real life with real patients. So again, we can pick an appointment for this patient. So we're going to pick another Selden appointment slot. It's important to remember that free slots are available to everybody, and they're often short notice slots which would be wasted if they weren't used. So try to use free slots if you can. We're going to use another Selden Road slot here, and we can book the appointment. And you'll see that the patient details are already filled in. We just need to put the booking reason in. And that appointment's booked. You may want to cancel an appointment for a patient, and that's only possible with patients who are registered on the system at the other end. So if you have an unregistered patient, then you'll need to contact the Miami clinic by telephone and ask them to cancel it at their end. But for patients who are registered, you can cancel them yourself. So you need to click on Patient Appointments, External Patients. We need to look at the Innovations in Primary Care list. And then we need to find the patient that we're interested in. So we're looking for mouse, female, and if we search, we found Minnie Mouse, who's got her record at the Miami site. And you can see here that the appointment that we've just booked is visible, and we can now cancel that appointment if that's what we want to do. And that slot is now available to be used by somebody else. And that's all there is to it in terms of booking unregistered patients, registered patients, and cancelling registered patients. And remember, for unregistered patients, you'll need to telephone the Miami reception team to cancel on your behalf.